everyone, I'm back again with one of my special videos. It's been a while since I have done something special for you, and today I thought it would be a very special day because today is World Suicide Prevention Day, and I thought I'd just come and tell you a couple of things which is very important for this particular day. Well, for most of you who do not know, it was in 2009 that I wanted to go and commit suicide. I wanted to go kill myself, and the reason was very silly. It was because I put on weight and I had become very obese, and I was not fit enough for the stage, and I saw that a lot of other people were being invited to the stage but not me, and I thought it was going to be the end of the world. Well, it doesn't happen like that. I always keep telling all my young friends whenever I go for any motivational class that you should not be taking such dire decisions to go and kill yourself, because this is one life we have. This is the only life we have. We're not going to get anything once we snuff it out, once we take it out of this world, and then we don't have anything to look back on. And then you have so many stories to write, you have so many things to create, you have so much of history to leave behind. You have a whole big book to write on about yourself, and you just can't snuff out your life like that. So it happens. I think it's very natural that sometimes you feel very desperate, you feel very you feel lost, and then you feel that you have lost everything, and that is when you want to end your life. I think that's the same thing that had happened to me, and that was because nobody was calling me to the stage and become too fat, and everybody was saying she's not fit enough for the stage anymore. Probably the stage would break and things like that. They were passing really snide remarks about my body structure, whatever it had become, and indeed I had become really fat. I'd become around 90 kilos, and that was not a very healthy thing. Apart from looking obese and not fit for the stage, I was feeling very unhealthy inside. So, but then what happened was that around the same time, I did not talk to anybody. Well, let me tell you one thing. My family did not know that I wanted to go kill myself. My son was just, I think, 3.5 years old. And all of you might be probably thinking that she's really a very self-centered and a self-centered woman, because here she had given birth to her child, and who she says is just 3.5 years old, and now she's saying that she wanted to kill herself in 2009. Well, I was very self-centered. I was just thinking about myself. I was not thinking about my kid, and I was not thinking that I was going to leave my little child behind and all this kind of stuff. But then, do you hear how they honk nowadays? Anyway, but then, yeah, so I was telling you about how I was feeling this deep urge to go kill myself, despite my son just starting to walk and talk and do all those lovely things that a child does. But then I was just thinking about myself and how fat I've become. I was not thinking about a solution. I was not talking to anyone. I was just isolating myself, because I thought I was looking pretty ugly, and I thought that I was becoming unacceptable, and so I started isolating myself. I stopped talking to people, and I didn't even confide all this with my family, because they think I'm mad, or they'd probably not let me go out, and they'd be very protective about me. But then just at that moment, yes, I happened to read a book. I opened a book called Stop Worrying and Start Living. If you ever get to read this book, it's by Dale Carnegie. You must read it, because it's really filled with a lot of things that you shouldn't worry about. We worry about things which are actually of no importance, but we do worry. We do worry. We keep ourselves awake at night by worrying about things which do not matter, which, by worrying at night and having sleepless nights is not going to help you to be healthy, because it's going to make you more unhealthy. So it's better to say that, okay, whatever it is, I give it to you, universe. You take care of whatever's happening in my life, and then carry on, instead of just going sleepless. Because I remember my mother used to be very worried about us for no reasons. I had to always ask her, why don't you sleep at night? And she used to always say, no, I'm kind of worried about you, your husband, your child. And I said, why are you worried? We are all doing fine. But then she would just be worried and she would be just sleepless. She would have those sleepless nights. But I think I understand that, when you wake up halfway in the middle of the night and you start having those thoughts inside your head, and that's the time you can't go back to sleep. So that's, it's a very cyclic process. You can't go to sleep. You start thinking about things which are happening in your life, and then it goes on, and you don't sleep, and then you wake up groggy and you wake up unproductive and all those things. So all these things are something that are happening with young people, and a lot of young people are taking their lives because they're not being able to cope up with the stress and with whatever's happening in their lives. But let me tell you one thing: all these things happen because sometimes I feel, I'm not telling you, but then I feel that it's all a mental state. The mind is, I always keep saying that the mind is a very big, it's a very big machine, it's an instrument, it's a kind of a device which you can run yourself, because whatever thoughts you put into your mind, your head, it does exactly the same thing. If you say I'm feeling sad, and that's the day you're going to start feeling sad. And if you say I'm feeling very happy and I'm very perked up and everything, and your mind is going to give you those signals saying that yes, this person is absolutely happy and ready to go. So these are the kind of things, your mind needs to be very strong. Because when I was feeling very weak at that point of time in 2019, I think my mind was very weak and I was giving up. I was saying that this is the end of the world. So I was just giving up on everything. But it's not about giving up. It's about staying and fighting out the situation. It's about just being there and just writing down each and every problem and writing down the solutions of how of those problems, of how you're going to solve those problems. Because I think life is all about living and living it well. And yes, the other thing is that when I isolated myself, I was not talking to anybody, I was not talking to any friend about my problem, about what was happening. So what was happening to me was that I was not talking about my problems to anyone. Now what I do is, when I have my friends like Shaheen and Sanjukta and Unmona, what I do is that if I have any problems, like any problem at all, it might be a health related problem, a career related problem, or somebody who's troubling me or anything, I just talk it out with them. So when I talk it out with them, then these friends, they come back to me and they give me the solutions. They talk to me with their solutions, because I have noticed that when you talk to people, that's a kind of a relief thing. It's a kind of it's a kind of a stress buster. I think it kind of relieves you of a lot of things. You are sending out a problem into the universe, because I consider all my friends to be universes. They are all in different universes. So when I say I give a problem to them, when I not give a problem, I say that this is my problem. So what happens is that they come out with the solutions. They tell me, Tina, no, you do this or you don't do that, or this is the way you should act. So that is when I hold back and I say, okay, there's a solution for this problem then. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. I was talking to my friend Tanishi the other day, and then I was talking about some situation, and the one thing she said was, give blessings to that person. Whoever is troubling you for whatever reason, give blessings to that person. Send out your message to the universe, and then just say that that all your problems are going to be solved. The affirmations that you need to keep saying, that you're fine, you're doing great, you are mentally absolutely strong to cope with the situation or the problem. I think I'm kind of diverting from the main thing, but then these are certain things that I have done for myself, and these affirmations have helped me to cope with life, to cope with the stresses of life, to cope with my everyday life, my every moment that I have, the routine that I have from morning 5:30 to 11 at night. All these small things, actually, when I talk it out with friends, if I have a problem, the other day I had a problem, I immediately called up my friend Sanjukta, and then she said, okay, do this, do that, so I got down to doing that, and then my problem was solved. So it's important to talk whenever you have these problems in life. You have these suicidal tendencies. I had these suicidal tendencies several times. When I was thinking it's the end of my life, I wanted to give up, and then there's something which held me back. And then if I talk to a friend or if I talk to anyone, and then they would say, never ever, ever, ever give up on life because you're the best. And that is how my concept "I'm the best" came about, because I feel great. I know I'm the best, and all of you out there are the best. So if you have a problem, you need to speak it out with somebody you really trust, somebody who's going to keep your secret, somebody who's going to you can rely on, and somebody who's going to listen to you with a very keen ear, and who's going to give you a solution. Because when you don't talk, you keep all those things bottled up inside you, and all those bottled up things turn into a volcanic eruption. So let's not do that. Let's talk, because a lot of things happen when you don't talk. And then even for people who are being talked to, I would request you to please be good listeners, because when you are not listening to somebody, then that person feels very isolated. And let's not be indifferent to people who are talking about their problems. It's important that we listen to them as well, because I might be having a problem. I might be saying that to you because if I trust you, I'm going to tell you my problem, and I will expect that you're going to give me some solution. So that's it. This is what I had to say, and this is what I wish to tell all of you, that when you have these suicidal tendencies, hold on. Don't go and do anything that is going to be a kind of an aberration for your family, because your family loves you. Your family does not want to lose you to suicide, and your family will be in deep pain, because when you are gone, they will have nothing to look forward to. So I think, see, when I was telling you that when my child was just 3 years old, and I was planning to go and commit suicide, just imagine what would have happened if I was not around, and who would have taken care of him. His father would have been busy, everybody would have been busy, and he would have been so lonely. And I got a child into this world, and then suddenly I was planning to leave myself without announcing it to him, without telling him anything. So that would have been really sad, and it would have been injustice to him. So once again, I would like to suggest all of you to keep your mental health strong. How do you keep your mental health strong? By doing a lot of meditation. I think that's one solution. There are hundreds of other solutions for mental health, but one solution is that you need to talk. Do not isolate yourself. Talk about your problems to somebody, and of course, enjoy life at every moment. Even if there is a situation where you are going through a tough time, keep that affirmations alive. Keep those affirmations alive, and keep saying that everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be great, and you are going to do fantastic. And I wish you all the same. I'm sending you lots and lots of love to each one of you, because I'm open to any kind of listening. If you ever want to talk to me over the phone, you just need to drop a line and call me up, and I'm a very good listener. I love to listen to your stories. So if someday you just want to speak to me and you want my counseling, or you want anything, any kind of help, please call me. I'm always available for you as a friend, and as a counselor, and as a mentor, of course. So that's it for today. Stay well, stay happy, and I'm going to see you again soon.